What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jim. I'm married to a Filipina, and we live on the island of Negros Oriental. Today, I'm going to talk about is it safe living in the province? Now, my past 15 months staying in the province, one of my big concerns is the wild dogs. We're about, say, 100 yards off the main road, and you get these packs of dogs day and especially at night, if you're walking through the trail or you're taking your scooter down the trail, there'll be packs of them laying together, and they'll get up, and sometimes they'll kind of chase you. The thing is, down in the Philippines, they do have dog catchers, but they'll come and they'll catch one or two dogs, and then by the next week, it just seems like there's more. And the thing is they're all carrying rabies. So if you do get bit, it's rare, but people get bit quite often. And, I just don't want to go through getting bit by one of the dogs and having to go through the process of having rabies. I've never experienced that before. The second is the scooters. Believe it or not, riding a scooter or a motorcycle down there. And I get the feedback from even the Filipino people I have met down there. Some of the bigger business owners that even tell me like they don't let their kids ride a scooter down there because most of them don't have a driver's license. It's too expensive. When you're living in the province, they can't afford to get a driver's license, and a lot of them got these secondhand scooters. And I'm not saying all, but majority of them, no driver's license, obviously, no insurance, and it's very dangerous. A lot of them, these people, they come down from the mountain to restock up on foods and stuff or supplies for their little stores they have, and majority of them are drunk. I run into a lot of Filipinos that I can tell that they are drinking, and they're on the scooter, and I run into some American expats too. And majority of the people too, they're not wearing the helmets, the gloves, and I've been at fault doing this too. I'm downtown, I'm going to ride slow, but my son, he got in an accident riding slow. Thank God he wasn't injured, but we ended up, it was kind of nobody's fault. They kind of both ran into each other, and then both of them just got driving permits, and I didn't know this. I get my son a driving permit, and he's supposed to be driving with a licensed driver. So that's the thing too, being an expat, you get in an accident down there, you don't have a driver's license. A lot of these, obviously, the person you run into or they run into you, they're going to take off and leave. I got quite a few stories. My daughter got hit on her brand new scooter down in Dumaguete while she's going to college and got hit pretty bad. She's okay. Scooter, quite a bit of damage, but the person just drove off. But the scooters down there, I actually gave it up. I don't even ride the scooter. It is a big inconvenience. I mean, it's nice to jump on your motorcycle, your scooter. Down there, the scooters are a lot bigger. They're kind of like a motorcycle. It's a big inconvenience. It's faster to just jump on that scooter, head into town, or we head to another town than to get out there, wait for a bus, wait for a van. But right now, I'm at the point until I get medical insurance, get some more medical insurance. I am covered under the Phil Health, but it doesn't cover much, little minor stuff. So I'm looking into it now before I get back over there after the holidays, is to get me some medical. That's a big thing, is if you're down in the province and you don't have good medical, you better have quite a bit of money if you're going to be riding around on them scooters and you get injured. Because you could check one of my links at the end of the video. My son and I, when we got attacked, my son was in the hospital, how much that bill was. Is the medical. I can't stress enough, medical insurance when you travel. And you're going to have cash too, because we run into a problem with that medical not clearing. They're going to want the cash up front. And then I don't know how it goes with the medical down there, how they reimburse you, how you get the money later, but you won't leave that hospital until that money clears from the insurance company or you got cash. But like I said, the scooters are it's kind of a bummer because I really like jumping on that scooter, but I've just seen so many accidents. And the expats I met down there, same thing, they end up buying a car. So I got to invest and get a car down there. I just don't have I don't have a good driveway to park it. It could be another episode. The no-go zone. I didn't know this. There's, and we got reminded by the police after talking to quite a few of them. They told us not to go there. Is Dexel and I used to like to, we wake up in the morning, we do our little walk, get the pigs fed, watered, and we'll jump on our scooter and we'll take off. And there's these roads that lead up into a mountain, and they start off paved. And you'll jump on this road, and we got some nice areas where you'll go for, man, it could be 20 kilometers up these mountains, down the mountains. You come into a little town. They do have like a gas station, but just beautiful. Get a cup of coffee for 10 peso. And then the road continues where it might turn into dirt for a while, and then it picks back up. Where it turns dirt, you might have to cross over through a thin stream, and then it picks back up pavement. You're driving through these mountains for another 30, 40 kilometer, coming into different trees. The pine trees, instead of seeing all the coconut trees, and just beautiful. And then you'll come into another town, and the road will split, and they'll just have the small sari store. You're kind of getting into the people that don't even speak my wife's language too good. But you'll find somebody and you'll ask, like, which way to go? And they'll say, no, you got to go that way. Don't go that way. And the thing is if you go the wrong way, you're going to have no signal. So if you need help, you're going to have no signal, and the police will not come there to help you. There's a certain point in the mountains where the police will not come. And the reason why is they have, they call them rebels. The rebels are still hiding up in the mountains. And, which I kind of think, in the indigenous people that don't even, they speak their own language. And I'm like, wow, it's just kind of interesting how these people live, how they get supplies. Obviously, somebody's supplying them with money, the rebels. But so we could only go so far and so deep, and we would have to circle around and get back towards the highway. But man, we took some nice scooter rides. And the other thing too is, what happens if something happens? You drive out that far. Maybe you have a stroke, maybe you have a heart attack. I mean, I'm at that age, 53 years old. Shit happens. I'm seeing so much stuff here happen. People that you think would live to 110, 10 years old and having a heart attack at 57. Never smoked a cigarette. They never drank. But I guess if it's your time, it's your time. But the scooter rides, it's so fun. I mean, you get out there, I mean, just beautiful landscape. So, like I said, we were really warned on the police not to go there. But me being wired a little bit different, I'm always, oh yeah, come on, we'll be safe. Let's go do it, Dexel. But we cut that out. Living in the province too, I found out you got to watch if you're around relatives. Eventually, and I don't care what anybody says, it all starts off good, especially if you're buying this person rice. Christmas time comes, and we did that for about 4 years. I bought my relatives around me, direct relatives, it would be her aunts, 50-kilo bag of rice, some canned goods. Well, after I started staying there, because I was doing trips, I cut that out. I'm living there, no job. I quit buying. And I could kind of see a jealousy thing there. Maybe they expect I'm supposed to keep that up. Now, it's different when the typhoon came in. We donated a lot. I mean, I think it was close to $4,000 USD, rice, canned goods, to as many people as we could. But once I cut that out, I could notice a big difference, especially with our one relative. Her husband likes to drink, and once in a while he'll have one of his friends over there. Their son, they get drunk. They like to throw stuff over at the house. And then, I open up the gate, and my wife, Filipinos, da 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 da. And then, they'll run inside. They play their little games. But generally speaking, especially if you're with your Filipina, I feel totally safe. Totally safe. The Filipinos seem very nice. Now, you just got to use your brain a little bit. Obviously, if you're walking, maybe you're blogging and it's late at night, and you run into some Filipinos, a lot of them are going to, hey, come on over here. You like Red Horse. You like Red Horse. You're going to get that a lot. And you start drinking. It's just like over here in America. You go to the wrong bar, or you're in the wrong area, and you're around people that are drinking. Can something happen? For sure. For sure. You know, I've never really had I've had one incident where I went to the gym late at night, later in the evening. It gets dark there around 6:15 where we're at. It was probably around 8:30 at night, and I'm driving back. I'm about 7, 8 kilometers back to the house. I'm in the other town from where we live. And I see a group of kids there, and I'm kind of feeling, it's probably my first month there. I'm feeling kind of generous because it's hard to get over how poor, the country's very poor, and there's a lot of people that need. And I pull over and I go, you know what? I'm gonna buy these kids a bunch of snacks. So I go up to the Sorry store. I tell the kid or the lady, I asked if you had ice cream. She says, yeah, we got ice cream. So I buy all the kids. Maybe there's 8 or 10, and then obviously a few more come, but you're paying anywhere from 10 peso to 25 peso for an ice cream. So I'm watching them eat. They all got smiles. Well, then I look over and there's two guys, and they think, a lot of people think Filipinos are small. These guys are, at that point, I'm probably about 225 pounds. And like I said, weight doesn't mean anything. And they're probably running about 190, a little bit taller. And they're sitting on my scooter. And I'm thinking, wow, just sitting on my scooter. In America, you do that, pull up with your Harley Davidson, and you're in a parking lot. Somebody's sitting on your scooter, you're probably going to get your ass kicked. Or they're going to get their ass kicked. And I asked them, I said, hey, it's time for me to go. And they said, oh, no, you got to buy us a red horse. And I said, look, no money. I'm not going to buy you no red horse. And then they kept saying, buy me a red horse. And I told them, I'm going to ask you one more time. Get off of my scooter. I'm leaving. I live here. I know the rules. Make a long story short, they ended up, they said some words in Tagalog. I didn't really understand, but I knew they weren't good. And they got off. I took off. I told my wife what happened, and my stepdaughter stays down the road. They were kind of disgusted by it. So her and her boyfriend, and I think a couple of his friends, they ran up to that area where I bought the ice cream for all the kids. And they basically, said, hey, that American that was here, blah, blah, blah. They said, no, there was no American here. So that's how the province can be. If you get into an altercation there, a lot of times, and then there's a foreigner involved, they're just going to act like they didn't see nothing. They're not going to talk. And that's just how it is down there. But is the Philippines, living in the province, safe? I feel 100% safe. And after my little incident, if you check out the video, the foreigner getting attacked with his stepson, I got a lot of comments on that one. And people are telling me, oh, you're not safe. You're not safe. They're going to come back. And the guys are in jail. They're bums. Do I still feel safe? I feel 100% safe. Now, just for safety, I might hire for nighttime, just for a little while, just for a deterrent, is a security guard. I can get a security guard for about 400 peso a day. Well, it'd be nighttime, like let's say 6 o'clock at night till 5:30 in the morning when the sunlight comes up. 400 peso. So what is that? 400 peso times 30, 12,000 peso. With the exchange rate, a little bit over $200. I might do that, just for, a little more safety until this stuff clears over. Let me check here just to see if I missed anything. Walking alone. I got my sexy specs on, getting old. Walking alone at night. I've had an incident where, we're on a different time zone. So you get there, I can't sleep when my wife wants to sleep. So I'm kind of twisting and turning. I get up and sometimes I'll just jump on the scooter and I'll go down to the 7-Eleven. Go in there. It's got air con, buy something, sit outside, Well, I had a time where I walked down to the park and the festival was going on. And, they got singing, they got the rides, and you got a lot of different people coming from the mountain. And people say, oh, you're not safe. Don't go down there. So I get down there, and after a long day, I walk around, and I was noticing there was no trikes going by. So I go, you know what? I'm going to lay here on the park bench. Nice. It's actually cooler at night. I'm laying there on the park bench. I fall asleep. About an hour later, I get woken up. And it was a trike guy. And he said, sir, you should go home. And being a foreigner, everybody, you might not know somebody, but they're watching. I mean, these people watch and they get to know who you married, and there is a lot of Filipinos down there that care. They care a lot, and they'll help you out. And he woke me up and he says, "Sir, you know, you got to go home." There was like 3 or 4 people surrounding me, and they were getting ready to, you know, kind of screw with me. So he woke me up and gave me a ride back to the house, which was nice. And having fiestas down there, that's where you kind of got to watch out. You got a lot of crowded people. My wife will even say, "Hey, let's go in the daytime." I mean, rare does something happen. Has there been people that got stabbed in our area? Yes, but nothing compared to America. You know, I turn on those news. I'm here in Michigan right now. I'm gonna trying to get a prostate surgery done. I'd rather feel more safe to get it done over here, and then I can head back over there. Nothing's worse if Dexter and I, when I get back there, we're gonna start doing videos where we edit them. We're gonna try to hit 10 to 15 different nice, unique, whether they're resorts, the nicer places on our island in 30 days. So that'll be kind of interesting. We'll see how that goes. But is living in the province safe? Very safe. You just gotta, especially if you're with your Filipino wife. You know, if you're by yourself, you can get taken advantage of, but it's pennies on the dollar. It's no big deal. And for me, it was, you know, a lot of times I just had to learn to say no. You know, you can't just keep giving. And then it's the right people you give to, because there are some stories where people ask, and if you're rude to them and you don't give, there's been some stories where the person comes back and they stab that person. It's rare, but it does happen. So, like I said, this is just my experience. You know, so for any of you people that are getting interested, or you met a Filipino, the LDR, the long relationship, and you've never been over, and most likely her family lives in the province, you're going to feel a little intimidated, but it's safe, generally safe. I mean, very, very safe. You just gotta, like my wife said, stay low key. And did I stay low key? No. You know, I got over there. Just unique country. I'm talking to this person, talking to that person. Probably, you know, you'll get this. You're rich. And then one thing I do tell them is no retirement, still working. But when they see a foreigner, they just kind of think you have, you know, all this money. I wouldn't carry a lot of money on you in case something does happen, but there you don't need a lot of money. So even if you got 10,000 peso on you, it's going to be a pretty thick knot. So you try to put that in your wallet. It's kind of uncomfortable. We'll use our debit card a lot. We'll take some cash. Obviously, you go to any big hotels, or sometimes you can get, they'll have an ATM there. You can get money. But, well, stay tuned. I hope this helps everybody out. If you can subscribe, it's free. I'd appreciate it. It helps the channel. And stay tuned to our next video. Thank you.